What's the cutest thing your parents have done for each other? When I was 11, I noticed something weird about our kitchen calendar. Every few weeks, my dad would circle a random date in red marker. Sometimes it was a Tuesday, sometimes a Saturday. Made no sense to me. I asked him about it once while he was making coffee. He just winked and said secret mission, then walked away humming. Classic dad move. The first time I figured it out was on a rainy Thursday night in October. I was walking to the kitchen for water when I heard my mom laughing really loud from the living room, like crying laughing loud. I peeked around the corner and saw the weirdest thing. Mom was standing there in her purple pajamas, holding a bouquet of those wildflowers that grow behind our garage. Dad was on his knees on the carpet with a tray of cupcakes that looked like he made them himself. They were lopsided and had way too much frosting. He was singing happy birthday, but it wasn't anyone's birthday. That's when I noticed the red circle on today's date. Mom kept laughing and saying, "Kevin, you're so ridiculous." But she was smiling huge. They sat on the couch eating those messy cupcakes, and Dad kept making jokes that weren't even funny, but Mom laughed anyway. That was my first red circle night. After that, I started paying attention. On red circle days, Dad always came home early from work. He'd stop at the grocery store and buy random stuff. Once it was a pack of sparklers. Another time it was fresh strawberries and whipped cream. Sometimes just sticky notes from the office supply aisle. Then he'd set up something at home before Mom got back from her job at the bank. Mom never knew what was coming. One summer evening, I watched Dad string fairy lights all over our back porch. When Mom pulled into the driveway, he handed her an old blanket and 2 glasses of lemonade. They sat outside talking until like midnight. I could hear them laughing from my bedroom window. Another time in November, Dad turned our living room into a movie theater. He cut tickets out of construction paper and wrote a DMITONE in marker. He made popcorn in paper lunch bags and dimmed all the lights. They watched some old movie I'd never heard of, and Mom kept those fake tickets in her dresser drawer. I thought this was just Dad being Dad. He's always been kind of goofy. But then, one December morning, I woke up early to get cereal and caught Mom sneaking around the kitchen. She was sticking yellow sticky notes all over the fridge, the coffee maker, inside Dad's lunchbox. Each one said something different. "You make the best pancakes. I love your weird laugh. Thanks for fixing my car." Stuff like that. When Dad came downstairs and opened the fridge for milk, he started laughing so loud it echoed through the whole house. That's when I realized Mom had her own way of doing surprise stuff back. I started noticing more things, like how Mom would buy Dad's favorite cookies and hide them in his work bag, or how she'd record his favorite TV shows when he forgot. Small stuff that made him smile. The red circles kept happening every few weeks for years. Sometimes it was a picnic in our backyard with peanut butter sandwiches. Other times, Dad would teach himself to cook Mom's favorite meal from when she was a kid. He'd light candles and everything, even though our dining room table was just from Walmart. One time, Dad bought a karaoke machine at a garage sale and surprised Mom with it. They sang old songs really badly, and I could hear them from upstairs doing duets to stuff from the 80s. Mom's voice is terrible, but Dad acted like she was amazing. When I got to high school, my friends would come over and think my parents were weird for still doing date nights at home, but I started to realize most of their parents barely talked to each other. Mine were still planning surprises after being married for like 20 years. The funniest one was when Dad decided to surprise Mom with a spa day at home. He bought those cucumber face masks and lit a bunch of candles in the bathroom. When Mom got home, he handed her a robe and said he was her personal spa attendant for the evening. I heard them laughing from the bathroom for an hour. Mom got him back the next week by hiding love notes in all his coat pockets. Dad kept finding them for months and would show them to me like he'd discovered treasure. Now I'm in college, and when I come home, the red circles are still on the calendar.